Lapis Lakeside opening event is starting next week, and now we know about the missions, their rewards, and all the requirements. So, should you choose Lapis Lakeside or should you choose Greengrass Isle? Welcome back to another Pokemon Sleep video, it's BroVinny here. As you might know by now, there should only be two areas that you're choosing next week during this Lapis Lakeside opening event. One is Lapis Lakeside itself, which has a high spawn rate of the new Pokemon, or number two, if you haven't unlocked Lapis Lakeside, then you'll only choose Greengrass Isle, which has the new spawns only for this limited time, over a 2-week period. But if you have unlocked Lapis Lakeside, which one should you choose? Well, there are several considerations and I've got some tips for you guys. But first of all, let's look at the missions, which you'll find a link on my Discord, thanks to CallMeDeebs and Serebii.net for posting this. And on this Serebii.net page, you will find all of the mission rewards and their mission requirements. And you should note that there are different rewards for the 2 weeks. So in week 1 and 2, you will get different rewards for completing these missions. So you should first consider, well, which of these rewards matter more to you, or perhaps all of them. And if all of these rewards are important to you and you don't think you can reach Master 1 at Lakeside, then you should probably choose Greengrass Isle instead. But if you feel like you could potentially miss out on a Dratini Incense and Stufful Candy just to meet these Pokemon more at the new area, then you might be okay to just hit Lakeside. But let's take a look at how difficult it actually is to reach, say, Master 1. And you can find this information under my infographics channel. And thanks to the effort of the players on the Sleep Discord, this infographic by Rotty, we can actually compare Master 1 progression between the different areas. So this chart is pretty simple. You can normally compile this chart yourself. It's just basically the minimum requirement for you to rank up each of the Snorlax tiers. But the additional information that this chart provides is that at each subsequent area, so for example, Cyan Beach, in order to reach Master 1, compared to Greengrass Isle, how much of an increase is that strength required? So Cyan Beach being a relatively early area, it's only a 36% increase, whereas Taupe Hollow is a lot higher. We're talking about a 95% increase compared to Greengrass Isle in order to reach the same Snorlax tier. For Snowdrop Tundra, it's 197%, so it's a big jump from Taupe Hollow, an extra 100% in order to reach Master 1, and even higher for Lapis Lakeside, although admittedly not as significant a jump as when we went from Taupe Hollow to Snowdrop Tundra. So an additional about 60% more strength from Snowdrop Tundra. Having said that, it is still quite a big number. And with everyone still being capped at level 50 Pokemon in rank, I would say this 60% jump is still quite significant. So the most important question is whether you can make 675,000 Snorlax strength by the end of the week at Lapis Lakeside in order to clear all the missions. You can use Rainanix calculator for this to see what your total strength would be by the end of the week. So I've got 3 tips for you guys regarding this event. Number 1 is if you don't think you can reach Master 1 and you do want all of these mission rewards, you should just go to Greengrass Isle, because achieving Master 1 there is going to be a lot easier. You should have no dramas getting all